Hello, my name is Gary Schroeder and I'm the president of the Quebec Family History Society, which is a federally registered non-profitable charitable organization and the largest English language genealogical society in the province of Quebec. We're going to give you today a very brief tour, a virtual tour of our wonderful Heritage Center, which contains over 8 billion records relating to family history research. Our society is not just interested in Quebec, because most of our members are doing research in Quebec, other parts of Canada, the United States, and also in Western Europe, particularly the British Isles. I'm going to show you some of the interesting things that we have in our library that you might find of great interest if your family came from Quebec. Number one is the René Jeté Genealogical Dictionary, which is the standard guide to families who lived in Quebec in the 17th century and early 18th century. All the families of Quebec have been reconstituted up to the 1730. So for example, if your family whose name was Besne, you would know by looking at this book that all of Besnes in Quebec and in North America basically come from one man, Antoine Besne de Terblanche. Just remember, there was no television in the 17th century, so romance was going strong. One of our longtime members has been doing a lot of research recently on how do you find your ancestors in France. Obviously, if your family came to Quebec in the 17th century, you want to find out where they came from in France, and perhaps you can find another generation or two back in France, maybe back to the 16th or 15th century. The Quebec Family History Society has a lot of books about doing genealogical research in England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and one of our newest books is Tracing Your Ancestors in County Clare. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of relatives who came from County Clare to Canada just after and during the potato famine. So if you're interested in Ireland, England, Scotland, or Wales, Quebec Family History Society is a good place to come to. I'm going to show you some of our big extensive collection of genealogical magazines that are available in our library, and members can borrow them. The Quebec Family History is an extensive collection of genealogical magazines, all of which our members can borrow from all parts of the world. We have all the major genealogical magazines from Canada, many from the British Isles, some from the United States, and one of the most popular magazines which our members borrow is Family Tree magazine, which is a beautiful magazine, excellent pictures that shows you how to find your ancestors in various parts of the world. We're also lucky that we have the genealogical magazines from Australia and New Zealand. You might say, well, my family didn't come from Australia and New Zealand, but they have some of the best articles about doing research in family history anywhere in the world, and they're very well done, and they're fantastic magazines again. I'd like to, in a second or two, you're going to meet Deborah Robertson, who's in charge of our bookstore.
Hi, I'm Deborah Robertson. I'm in charge of the Quebec Family History Society bookstore. We have several publications that we have done over the years, which are available from our bookstore at QFHS.ca. Many are available in CD as well as book format. Our newest publication is Knowlton, Quebec Cemeteries by Brenda Dawn Wilson. We also have several general genealogical guides, one being Tracing Your Irish Family History, and another excellent book, Canadians at War by Glenn Wright, for those who are doing research on your ancestors in the Great War in Canada. And now Gary's going to show you the computer room.
Thanks, Deborah. This is one of our computer rooms where members have access to a sea of genealogical databases on computer, including Ancestry.com, the World Library Edition, which contains all their databases, which means our members have access here to millions and millions of records from all over the world. Our members also are able to borrow from the Genealogical Library in Salt Lake City, the famous Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Library. So all those millions and millions of records can be brought from Salt Lake City to Pointe, Quebec, is where our library is located, which is a suburb of Montreal. Behind me we have a Hall of Memory where various members have donated photographs. To my left is Sergeant George Frampton, who served in the Victoria Rifles of Canada in World War I, and unfortunately he was killed during World War I and is mentioned in the Commonwealth War of Quebec Commission and other databases relating to soldiers who were killed in World War I. Over here, I put up one of my own family photographs of a family from Burnham-on-Credge in Essex, including one of my favoritely named ancestors, Dancy Sockins Hawkins. So I hope that some of you who look at this video will have a chance one day to visit our Heritage Center, and we'd love to meet you and show you how to help you to find your ancestors, regardless of whether they came from Quebec, Canada, United States, or other parts of the world. Thank you very much.